Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Lovecraft from the MoonCraft server. And today is the very first episode of the brand new year. That's right, Happy New Year's, everybody. 2020 is over, finally, and it's 2021, and I am pretty excited for all the things that we have planned for the coming year on the MoonCraft server specifically. I also have a few other ideas that might not have to do with the MoonCraft server, but we will see. That's right, guys, get excited, buckle in, because today we are starting our mega base. That's right, we are starting our mega base. And you might be saying, Lovecraft, what are you talking about? We still have this task board over here that has all these tasks on it that we haven't completed. Well, that's right, we got a bunch of stuff left. But you know what? We're not moving into the mega base anytime soon. Well, hopefully pretty soon, but we have to actually finish all of these tasks before we do so. It's just a little goal we set, so we're gonna do it, right? Yeah, okay. So today we are going to knock out a few things. I think we are finally going to tackle 5 stacks of diamonds. And you know what? Our shops are great. Our shops are doing okay, but they're not doing 5 stacks of diamonds great, so we need to, go mining. That's fine. And we're gonna finish up a chicken farm. So I'm going to get that done real quick. See you in a minute. So I'm bringing you guys back in. We have completed the first stage of our chicken farm. That's right, we need some eggs for a chicken farm. So we built up a little bit of an egg collection area. What am I doing? This is not the way. All right, down here by our little egg producing chicken guys quacking away over here in their little pen. This area is looking pretty good, by the way. If you didn't check out last episode, make sure you hit that like button on the last one and let me know you watched it. All right, moving on. Let's check out the egg farm. Egg farm right here. Awesome. All right, well, let's head on in and I'll show you guys what's going on. Right here is a really simple little setup. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. This hopper minecart's going back and forth, collecting all the eggs from the chickens. So they're dropping them off, and the eggs are ending up in this auto dropper system right here into a water stream, into a chest. Super cool, and we got a bunch of eggs. So let's grab those, and let's get started on the actual chicken cookiferator thingy-majig. Yeah. Well, I was hoping to time-lapse this little build, guys, but you know what? Corrupted files. Yeah, it's a great way to start 2021. All right. Well, anyways, this is the build. Check it out. It's pretty cool. It's the first little thing on this beach area, and it's actually up this little walkway. We got a nice little arch. This is super cool, and this is where our chickens get cooked. So I don't know if we've actually cooked any chickens yet, but let's check it out. Well, we cooked 3 stone brick slabs. All right. Anyways, there's some chickens up there. They lay the eggs, and then they get dispensed into this little half slab here where the little baby chickens will hang out. Let's see if we can make that happen real quick. And see, they don't get burned. That's nice. And eventually, once they grow up, they'll pop their head in the lava, and we'll get some cooked chicken. So that's pretty cool. Why do we need cooked chicken? Well, honestly, we don't need cooked chicken. But, I just thought I would build one. I think it's fun. In case we ever run out of food from our golden carrot crop shop and all that good stuff, which we won't, so we won't really ever need it. But, it's done. I know what you're thinking. Weird way to start our mega base by making a chicken farm. Doesn't really make sense, does it? Well, no, it doesn't. It's just something we said we would do, so we did it, and I feel better about it. So it is time to head out into some desolate ocean and pick a nice spot for our mega base, because as we discussed in a previous episode, we are going to be doing some type of aquatic underwater base. And since I've said that, I've been thinking about it a lot, messing around with some design stuff like that, and it's going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be Atlantis. I don't think that's what we're going for on this server. I think it's going to be pretty close. We're definitely going to have some underwater builds, and it's going to be a little city underwater, but well, I guess we should just find a nice big ocean before we really dive into the build idea. Get it? Dive in. So for a mega base to be truly mega, you gotta have a huge area. So we're going to be looking for a massive spot in the ocean where there's really nothing else around, because we're gonna take over most of it. So we're heading back to the spawn area of the MoonCraft server. So we haven't been there since we visited DV Cool Fuel and did a little base tour. Oh, we're gonna get lost. So it should be up this way, I think, in this little portal room here where we have all these different little roads and stuff. So I believe this portal should take us right to the spawn area where we will be able to find a nice big ocean. Because whoa, what happened? Okay, that was super weird. You guys see that? I don't know if you saw that, but if you did, You probably agree. That was super weird. So you know what? I think this is spawn, which is definitely not 0, 0. I don't really know. But DV Cool Fuel is close to like the 0, 0 area, which I think is like where we spawn in, actually. So I don't know what this is, but it's definitely not the actual spawn area. I'll have to ask around. New Moonies. Yeah, you know what? I never even saw this. Take one and get you started. Oh, nice. That's super cool. I never even saw that, but I think that was that was set up after Crafty Sloth had already stopped by my base originally and dropped those things off for me. So that's super cool. I think we need to head back down here and head this way to the Extreme Hills. I think that's where we want to go, actually. I always love doing little ice paths in the overworld. I mean, it's pretty cool in the nether as well, but I definitely like ones that run underground and you get to see little snippets of ocean. Look at that, super cool. And this ocean right here is probably where we're gonna head to find a nice big spot for our mega base. So we're in the right direction. So I think once we get to the end here, we should pop out at this cactus. Sweet. We'll drop our boat off. No, we won't. We'll leave it over here with all the other boats. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Let's head upstairs, and hopefully we're in the right spot now. Apparently I don't know my way around. This little diorite room is pretty empty. But yeah, this looks familiar. I'm pretty sure this is the very first path we walked on in the MoonCraft server. Oh, the nostalgia. It seems like it was very recent, but it's actually a few months at this point. I think we joined in like Halloween, like right around Halloween. Crazy. Anyways, there's a iron golem that's not having such a good day, and this beautiful little village. Really love it. It's very scenic with the nice little sunset. I feel like we need shaders for that. Oh, look at that mountain there in the background. Getting distracted. We are getting distracted. Let's move on and hopefully find some nice spots. And you know what? I just got to say it one more time. I love that base. Look at it. Oh, struggle. A struggle. Oh, we're trapped. Sorry. Look at it. Beautiful. Just gorgeous. It is really cool. I like it a lot. And this whole area just looks sweet. So I guess this looks like a nice big open ocean that we should be able to find a little plot. So ideally we want to find a spot where, well, there's no farms, but specifically no giant mountains because we might have to remove them. I think this is Emmeline's base? Yeah. Oh yeah, she's doing some terraforming. It's looking really cool. Really good job. Anyways, we keep getting distracted. The other Moonies are just too creative. Yeah, we want to look for something where we have tiny little islands like this around, if any at all. Preferably no islands, but you know what? I'll take a few small ones. That's fine. That's fine. And we're going to need at least a 200 by 200 area, I think, is the idea. So I'm going to keep flying around, and then we'll see what we see and hopefully find a good spot. So I'll bring you guys back in, and I actually already have an idea of how we're going to get started. So we're going to get started in the time-lapse form. So get ready. Buckle in. It's time-lapse time. So, well, we found a spot, guys, and we started our base. So, I hope you guys kind of can see what's going on here. It looks a lot different than in Atlantis, and right now it doesn't look like it's going to be underwater, right? So, we have started to do a bit of the outer part of this giant circle. So it is a giant circle. It's a perfect circle, but I want it to feel more organic than just like a giant circular base in the water. I mean, I feel like that's pretty, everyone does that, right? No, I don't know. Anyways, you can see that we've started to like kind of drip down this dirt over here, and we're definitely going to continue that along the entire thing, and we're gonna have a lot less drastic slopage, like right over here, just because A, it takes a lot of time, and B, we're gonna be doing high detail along this entire thing. So I don't want to get too crazy with varying blocks and things like that, because we're gonna be putting a bunch of cool stuff on the outside, which I will get to in just a minute. But before we do that, I just want to show you guys the area a little bit more, and I'll need some more rockets to do that. Oh boy. So if we fly along, obviously we didn't get that much of the terraforming done, but I won't lie to you guys, that took like 3 days, and they were like independent sessions, so it wasn't like 3 full days of work. But you guys can see I started to map out the different tiered islands, and not really islands, but cliffs and things like that. And here's kind of what I'm thinking. So this island here is going to be kind of in like a constant state of sinking. So the outer parts of this island are going to start to like kind of, fall down into the water. And once we get down to the actual sea level, the bottom of that, I want to put like a little town that's been almost reclaimed by like mermen or something like that. The aquatic creatures of the deep and things like that. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys like what we're doing here. And I think the scale gets lost in the time-lapse form, because standing right here, it looks pretty massive, right? It's a huge area. I mean, 200 by 200, to me, it doesn't sound like that much, but once you kind of see it, it's pretty huge. As you guys can see, we also put a little portal up there with a little lodestone, so we didn't get lost, because this is in the middle of, an ocean. And you don't want to get lost in the middle of an ocean, especially when you're building, with millions of blocks. Anyways, speaking of millions of blocks, we're going to need a ton of stone and a ton of dirt. And I do have a plan for that, which we are going to do in just a minute here. But I just wanted to show you guys the surrounding areas and help you get a sense of scale. I don't know how many rockets it would actually take to get all the way around, but it'd probably be like 4, maybe. Maybe 3 if you're good at flying. Maybe 2 if you're really good at flying. Yeah, over here on this part, you can see that we did a huge slope, and that's because I want this this area right here to kind of have some builds on it and stuff like that. And I really like the idea of utilizing the different colors in the water. I think that would be really, really cool, and I have a super cool plan for that. Yeah, so that's it. That's the whole build. I hope you guys like it. I'm just kidding. That's not the whole build. Come on now. This is just the beginning stages of terraforming, and there's going to be a lot more terraforming, and we're going to do a lot more high detailed stuff like that. So let's talk about building mega bases. So if you want to go and build a mega base, a lot of people, what they're going to do is hop into Creative Test World and do like a mini mega base and get their palette right and get their shapes and stuff like that right. Me, I kind of just like to freehand everything. Yeah, that's kind of just my style. I mean, I feel like once you have Elytra and stuff like that, it's almost just as easy as creative if you have the right, materials at your disposal. Obviously, that is not a popular opinion, because flying is a little bit different when you have Elytra and you can't just place blocks wherever you want. But you know what? I don't mind. I don't mind having to redo things every once in a while. However, I do kind of mess around in creative with palettes and stuff, and I do have a cool idea for it. Another thing when it comes to building mega bases is to draw inspiration from different parts of life and different creators and different television shows and different anime. Specifically anime. There's a super cool anime that I really, really like that I've been watching for like 20 years. That's right, 20 years? What anime has been on for 20 years? Well, my favorite anime of all time, that anime is One Piece. And if you guys watch One Piece, you might know what I'm about to talk about, but you might not. So this base is going to be heavily inspired by the Water 7 arc. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I am going to put up a quick picture of Water 7. So as you guys can already tell, it's already starting a lot different than that picture right there. And like I said, it's just going to be inspired by it. We're going to do some cool arches and waterways and stuff like that that are going to kind of correspond. We're not going all in with the Water 7. It's not going to be block for block, and it's definitely going to not be a perfect representation of it. But just so you guys know, that's kind of where I'm drawing my inspiration. I think it'll be super cool, and I love One Piece, and it gives me an opportunity kind of, you know, rewatch parts of it again. I've probably seen too much of it, yeah. If you guys didn't know, it's over 1,000 episodes at this point. Yeah, I'm kind of a nerd, sorry. Anyways, that's where I'm drawing my inspiration, and we'll probably come back to that and talk about that more in the future. And if you guys are a One Piece fan, I'm sure you're a little bit excited to see this all come together. I think it's gonna be sweet. But you know what? This stuff right here, guys, all this stone, well, I gotta be honest, we're pretty much completely out of it. So that brings us back to the 5 stacks of diamonds. As you guys might have noticed over there in the middle, we made a big hole in the ground, and if you look real close, there's actually a beacon. Yeah, you don't have to look that close. It's shining through the right through the exact middle of our base, which is going to be cool. We just need to sleep. Come on. There we go. But yeah, as you guys can see, it goes all the way down, and there's a little water, and honestly, I thought that water would help me jump down there. I've died a few times trying to get down there, but we don't have to talk about that. No one needs to know. A little secret between us. Anyways, we're going to be digging out that area down there because, well, it's going to be close to our mega base, and I thought we could do a cool mine design to get down there and stuff like that. And, you know, auto sorters for all the different things you get in a mine, and a lot of cool stuff in the works, and plans. Just plans at this point. Plans always change. That's why we make task boards. Oh, yeah. So we're going to hop down there and hopefully get ourselves about 5 stacks of diamonds, and we need about 3 more stacks. So I don't think it's completely undoable. Let's jump in and get started. Should be lots of fun. Who doesn't love diamonds? Well, guys, we started with about 2 and maybe a little bit more than half stack of diamonds. So about, we'll just say 2.5 stacks of diamonds. And we did a little bit of mining at before we started this episode near the other base. So we had a few diamonds from that. So we had a little bit of diamonds from that, and then we dug out this massive area, and this is where we got most of our diamonds. And let me tell you, this plan's gonna work. This mega base is gonna work because we got extremely lucky. Check it out. Whoa! Look at all those diamonds. Yeah, so we started with like 2.5. We'll just call that. So we got 5 stacks of diamonds in this episode alone. That's nuts, y'all. That's nuts. That's super cool, and I'm super happy about it. And yeah, well, now we can finally knock that off the task board. But yeah, I think that's a good omen for this area. And you know, we got to clear out a massive amount of space down here as well. And you're probably looking at me like, oh my gosh, you just left all those resources hanging out. Well, you know what? Yeah, I did. And they're right under my mega base, so if I ever really want to come fortune pick these, you know, I can. It's cool. It's all lit. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. It's all good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was quite a bit of work. And I wanted to make sure it was special for the very first episode of 2021. So if you guys are excited for 2021 and all the super cool stuff that's going to happen in the MoonCraft server this year, and Java Lovecraft and Lovecraft and, you know, just Lovecraft in general, make sure you hit that like button. And if you really enjoyed it and you're excited to see even more content, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we put out episodes every single week. That's it for me, guys. And you know what? We got one more thing to do. I feel better. That feels better. You guys feel better? Anyways, that was super fun. It was a very fun episode. But yeah, you guys know the drill. Make sure you hit those buttons and those bells and all that good stuff if you are excited for even more content. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Please make sure you leave a comment because I'm excited to get your feedback on that mega base and, you know, any of the plans. And, you know, let me know if you watch One Piece. It's cool. It's cool anime. If you don't, it's only like 1,000 episodes, like 1,100 episodes. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.